Good afternoon. I want to express my appreciation to the many of you who participated in the accreditation process this past month here in January. We had 3 days of a lot of activity from our accreditation team to visit and see the things going on in Vestavia Hills City Schools. And because many parents and community members were involved in interviews, it was most helpful. It affirmed what we already know, that we do work in a wonderful place. We live in a wonderful community. We have great support, and much of that is due to the engagement we have from you and many community members alike. So thank you again, and I am confident about a great report we'll be receiving from that team in the coming months. I wanted to give you an update on just information, really reminders about the 2019-20 school year. As you know, if you have a rising kindergartner joining Vestavia Hills City Schools, registration opened on February the 4th. And one of the things to note about that is if you're registering a kindergartner for Dolly Ridge, that registration process will take place in the Board of Education office. So I encourage you to check our website, get all the information you need about registration as we're looking to the fall season already. For those students that are in kindergarten right now through 11th grade, registration is going to begin on April the 15th. These are earlier times than we have had in the past few years, but I think will be most helpful in us getting more accurate information and being able to have a plan going into the fall season. There'll be additional times as the school year approaches for payment of things from related to PTO and class fees and things of that nature, but registration will begin on April 15th. One reminder for you on this year's calendar, our Board of Education during the first semester approved a 2-hour early release on April the 18th afternoon. So students will be getting out that day, and students are not in school on April 19th. Because we have been out so far one day for the snow event, it's not a day that we have to make up at this point, so that still is on target to be a day off on April 19th. Just a good reminder for you. Speaking of calendars, you want to take a look at our 2019 and 20 calendar. We have that posted for you now, and it's on our website as well, so you can get ready and geared up for a year that will be here before we know it. I did want to update you on 2 things related to construction in our school system, and it's specifically to traffic plans at our New Pizitz campus and Dolly Ridge. I want you to know that we have undertaken a lot of work in preparing both campuses to have enough space for cars to get onto campus and enough parking. We will have a considerable increase in the number of parking spaces at our New Pizitz campus. Currently, there's about 135 parking spaces at Pizitz. When we move over to the New Pizitz campus, there'll be over 225. Dolly Ridge, we estimate at least 175 parking spaces in addition to a queuing line that will be put in place as well. So a lot of efforts are being made as it relates to that. We also have great partnerships with Jefferson County, who's working with us on a turn lane in front of the New Pizitz on Columbiana. That's something that will be put in place as well. We are working with the City of Vestavia Hills, who is undergoing a traffic study of intersections throughout the city that are going to be impacted by the changing traffic patterns that occur as a result of our changing schools sites. So be looking forward to hearing more information about that, but I did want you to know that that's taking place. I want to spend the last couple of minutes of this video highlighting the great work that's done in our schools because of community and parent engagement. One of the great parts of our school system is that we have unparalleled support from parents and communities. And here are just a few examples of that. Our Help the Hills Coalition will be holding a workshop on Tuesday, March the 12th, beginning at 5:30 until 8 o'clock, and it will be at Sanford University. The focus of this group or this meeting in particular, is on the dangers of vaping and the signs of hazardous behavior. I want to tell you that I think this is a critically important event, and it's a critically important issue in our community and throughout our nation, the issues as it relates to vaping. Help the Hills Coalition is committed to providing information and education for parents to learn more about these things, and I think that's such an important part of the work we do in our schools, and it could not happen without the great support of this coalition, Help the Hills. So I encourage you to attend that event, hope that you'll be able to, and I know it will be most informative. Our PTO this year has continued to do great work in our schools. To date, they have given over $220,000 in grants that go back into our schools and help our students. I think it goes to the essence of how we want to fulfill our mission of learning without limits, and these are extra things that parents are able to provide to our schools and into classrooms to help support our teachers. In addition to that, our Vestavia Hills Foundation has committed over $110,000 this year in grants for teachers. That's another tremendous blessing that we have. We have such a wonderful foundation. And speaking of foundation, they have a great event that you can support that helps do all of these things in our classrooms, and it's the Dinner and Diamonds event. It is on February the 23rd at 7 p.m. and it will be at the Vestavia Hills Country Club. Thank you for all of your participation and all of the things that you do for your children and for all of the students in Vestavia Hills, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.